for a shot, and now the Finns start back. Hagman, long pass across ice. That's thrown into the corner. Talvin is after it there. Rundqvist now throws it up into the center ice area. Nielsen just dropped it off. Sundstrom up for Nielsen. And it slides down the ice, and we will get another icing, this time against Sweden. 3:48 to go in period one. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. Center 200, Sydney, Nova Scotia. Sweden against Finland. Preliminary round action of the Canada Cup. 87, 3:48 to go in the first period. 1-0 in favor of the Swedes. And Anders Eldebrink of Team Sweden controls the puck in his own zone. Sodergren threw it up through the center ice area. Rundqvist tipped it into the zone. And the Finns are clearing it right back out again. And down the ice. And that will be an icing call against Finland.
Interesting, the Swedish team were saying before the game that they were hoping to be able to get ahead by a couple of goals. If they did that, they felt they would take the firepower out of the Finns. Well, so far, the Swedish team is ahead by 1 goal, and it looks as though they're just playing well enough to stay ahead, and the Finns aren't doing a heck of a lot about it.
No, I've been very surprised and a little disappointed. There's so many good individual talents on Team Finland, and yet something is missing when they try and put it all together, and I don't know what it is. Eldebrink tipped it towards the front of the net, and the Finns clear it out into the center ice area.
Well, you know, it has been the NHL players on Team Finland that have been the biggest disappointment for this team.
Sodergren dumped it towards the net. Kept in at the line by Tommy Elbelin. Now it comes back out towards the line. Eldebrink kept it in. Sodergren threw it back into the slot. He's made some good passes into that area in this game, looking for teammates. Now Seppo across the line, missed the net with a hard shot. And Anders Karlsson starts this Swedish thrust out of his own zone. Plays a couple of games with Finnish players and promptly loses the puck at his own line. Gronstad takes over for Finland. Gronstad in across the line. Now here's a chance for Team Finland. There's a chance right across in front of the net for Järvi. And Seppo now takes his man in on the boards, and here come the Swedes back. Sodergren works his way across the line, took a hit, gave the puck to Eklund, then went after the loose puck in behind the net, and Gronstad got there first and cleared it out to Kilonen. Lars Karlsson. 2:10 to go in the first period. 1-0 for the Swedes. Michael Anderson tips it into the zone. Tommy Eklund goes after it. Taco comes out and plays it around the glass, and it goes over the boards. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. Minutes and 2 seconds to play in the opening period from Center 200 in Sydney. Sweden 1, Finland 0. Again, the Swedes have to win the hockey game to move to the medal round. The Finns are out whether they win, lose, or tie in this game against Sweden. Jari Kurri breaks to center for Skriko. Skriko working behind the net, now comes out the other side. Looking to make a pass into the slot, and Ruutu just failed to tip it in the open side. Pettersson, long pass to Tommy Eklund. Jansson tried to give it back to Eklund, who was open on the left side, couldn't get to it, and here's Curry for Finland. Drops it for Virta. Berthe into the slot, took the shot, and it was just a little bit wide. Eklund now for Sweden. Just gets rid of it into the Finnish zone. Curry. For Tikkanen. Set it up for Curry. Curry takes the shot. There's the chance right in front of the net. Ruutu could not backhand it in the open side, and here's Mats Naslund for Sweden. 1 minute out into the center ice area. A minute to go in the opening period, and the puck is cleared over the glass once again.
Jari Kurri has really had a difficult time in Canada Cup. 1 goal, 1 assist. That's very unlike Jari Kurri, who you would expect to fill the net with pucks during this Canada Cup. 54 goals, 54 assists. Last season, Kurri has not been able to click with his line mates out there. You saw a couple of good opportunities. Ruutu is at center ice with him, along with Skriko. The three of them have been very ineffective in Canada Cup.
Unfortunately, we had a spectator clipped by that puck that went over the glass. I don't think it's too serious, but a little bit of medical attention will probably be in order. Very low glass here. You really have to keep your eye on the play anywhere in the rink because the puck can come over the glass without too much difficulty at all. It's much lower than it is in NHL-size arenas. Back to the live action as the Swedes clear it in behind Kari Taco. Timo Blomqvist works his way to the line, gets it out to center. Naslund backhands it right back in again. Ben Gustafsson hustles in there. Blomqvist got there first. Gustafsson made the good check. Rupe moves up to help. Rupe tries a shot that went over top of the crossbar. It's kept in at the line by Samuelsson. This is the best aggressive work we've seen out of the Swedes in about 10 minutes. Now Telvin gets to the line and keeps it in. Nice play there as Tikkanen went after him. Rupe takes his man in on the boards. Järvi just left it. Blomqvist had to flip it out into the neutral ice area. And the first period is over. And the Swedes are leading the Finns by a score of 1-0. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Because of the limited time between today's games, Center 200 management
that was like a college first period.
Following all persons, including those holding tickets to the second game.
Ja, vi hade powerplay-chans där och Mikael Andersson vann tekningen rätt bak till Mikael Telvin och han fick ett perfekt passning av honom så fick åka in ett par skär och nypa till.
Mellan benen på målvakten tycker jag.
Ja, mellan benen. Och det är deras ömtåliga punkt så att det är skönt att se dem slinka in det.
Det såg ju ganska bra ut tyckte jag från åskådarplats i första perioden, men ni började nervöst. Var det nerverna?
Ja, vi började väldigt dåligt. Vi visste nog inte hur finnarna skulle spela, om de skulle komma in och forechecka eller om de skulle bara ta hem på kanterna. Så de första 3-4 minuterna var vi visste inte helt enkelt hur de skulle spela och då var vi lite konfundersamma. Men sen tycker jag vi kom in mer och mer i matchen.
Det har varit mycket spel mellan de två blå linjerna på mitten.
Ja, det är väl våran taktik så att säga. Vi försöker gröta ihop det i mittzon och försöka kontra på dem. Så att det blir mycket spel i mittzon på det sättet.
Det vill ni ha så?
Ja, det vill vi ha. Vi var framgångsrika mot både ryssar och tjecker så att varför ska vi ändra?
1-0 vill ni ha och segern vill ni ha. Hur ska ni fortsätta för att behålla det här?
Ja, vi måste hålla oss kalla och spela på samma sätt hela tiden för vi får inte ha någon panikkänsla utan vi spelar samma stil hela tiden.
Tack ska du ha Thomas. Vi fortsätter med 2 perioder ytterligare i den här matchen mellan Sverige och Finland i Canada Cup.
A score of 1-0 here at Complex 200 in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Jim Van Horn along with John D'Amico, NHL veteran linesman who's, I guess, 24 years or a quarter of a century. They both sound like a long time, John. You've had quite a career.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a very interesting career. Had the opportunity to work in the first Canada Cup in 1976, and this will probably be my last one here in 87.
This is your fourth. How have they been? Which one's been the best for you so far?
Well, the game that stands out in my mind more than anything was the final game between Czechoslovakia and Canada in 76 when they went into a couple of periods of overtime, and I'll tell you, physically and mentally it was to the hilt of my career.
Well, to watch that game and to see the end of it, the way the players almost simultaneously decided to trade sweaters, was really a start of a trend that's continued since then, and the emotion that was shown by both sides throughout that game was very special.
Well, that's true. You know, it's a different type of emotion between players. People don't sense or realize that the official on the ice, regardless of what country they're from, there's a lot of mental pressure, you know, on them physically and mentally. And that particular game, the Swedish referee worked, and the other linesman was Vladimir Schubert, the Czechoslovakian referee here in the Canada Cup Series. But you know, as an official, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You're caught right in the catch-22.
John, when you look at the officiating, you talk about the pressure. Ron Finn is working with a Soviet linesman this afternoon. How much extra pressure is on each linesman not being able to communicate?
Well, there's a lot. If you have an official from, say, another country and he can speak English, there's a lot of communication. Michael, the official from the Soviet Union, he can converse, but just very, very little. So Ronnie would probably have to maybe be on his toes a little, maybe stronger than he would like to be. But I mean, he wants to be have as much communication with him and the referee. You know, the referee's from the United States and he works in the National Hockey League. But they want to do their very, very best out there.
How do you turn off your personal feelings when you get into a game like this, especially when you're a linesman in a Team Canada game, say against the Soviets?
You really don't think of it that way. It's a hockey game. As I'm a very fortunate that way that I can turn everything off. You're in a position that you work in the National Hockey League and you got to do the same thing here. It involves with your country. You just have to be that much more aware of what you do is going to say, oh yeah, sure, he's going to be partisan, but that, you have to work that much harder.
Good luck in the game this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
John D'Amico will be the linesman in the Team USA Czechoslovakia game later on this afternoon, and we'll take a break and come back with more from Sydney. This is Labatt Canada Cup 87. Team Finland by a score of 1-0, just the one goal in that first period by Thomas Jansson. Very happy to welcome back our old partner from last year. He's back for another spin around this year. Howie Meeker is here with some highlights. Howie, in a first period that really wasn't all that inspirational for either team.
Europeans skate pretty well. Don't touch anybody. Handle the puck super. Play the game like, well, if we have a terrible period, we'll come back the next period, and if we stick the joint out the next period, we might save it in the third. Nevertheless, many very interesting things, particularly the Swedes killing a penalty, something that I've never seen them do before. This way, that is. Okay, the Finns are on the power play right here, and there's the puck. And look at both Swede forecheckers are on the same side of the ice. Now they're going to force the pass to go to this side, and they know it. And watch how this develops. It's just tremendously interesting. Okay, let it go. Let it go, Gary. That's it. Now the pass has to go to the left side of the rink. Now stop it right there. This defenseman here is very smart. Right there, he knows that there's absolutely no way at all that the puck can continue up this side because he's got two men coming at him right here. And watch this guy read the play and make the interception. Watch him move into position. Now there's the cross ice pass. Has to be in the air if it's going to get to the potential pass receiver, but no way at all. Now stop it right there. Stop it right. Once again now, he's smart in reading the play and intercepting the pass. But now what he's going to do, he knows he can't outfoot this checker right here, but he's going to create some open ice for the man in behind him. Watch, he'll hide the puck and drop the pass. Just a super play. Let it go. That's it. There, he's drawn it over to him. Now stop it right here. Now all of a sudden, this guy here who's been watching the great play going on there, he's caught dead to rights. The third player is coming this way, right up and through, and it's a 2-on-1. Now watch the great play. All kinds of speed here. Great burst of speed. Look at him. Wait for the checker. Flips the pass into the air, and he gets it, but it jumped over top his stick. Just a tremendous scoring opportunity. First of all, great defensive play because the guy, fellas, they're not using their feet. They're not using their bodies. They're using their heads. Now, if they can put the three together, we'll have one hell of a hockey game. I'm not going to guarantee they're going to do that. But nevertheless, that was just a super defensive play and a great offensive play. Now we got another one for you. You still down there, Jim?
Yeah, I am. I was going to ask you about the goaltending. I really thought that Kari Taco held Team Finland in this game in the first period. The score could be a lot higher had it not been for his play.
What the heck's the sense of making two great saves when a shot from deep right center field goes between his legs? Now, come on. All the guy has to do is come out, attack the puck, keep his legs together, and hey, it's a 0-0 hockey game.
But it's not just his fault, though. I mean, he's not getting the backup from his players. The Swedes are being allowed to walk in and shoot at random, and they've had some pretty good shots, some good chances, and he's made some big stops.
Guarantee he's made some big stops, but as I said again, what's the sense of it? All you ask the goaltender to do at any level of hockey, whether it be Pee Wee or the National Hockey League, is make the saves you have to make. Don't beat yourself. Now, when the guy shoots it from the blue line and I come out and I open my legs and it goes, oops, where'd it go? Between my legs, that is terrible, terrible goaltending. And I don't care if he made 8 impossible saves before that. I yank the turkey if I'm the boss.
Well, I think still 1 out of 8 isn't too bad, and Kerry Taco, I think, played a pretty good period of hockey. Nice to see you're in good form after the summer, Howard. We'll take a break and come back with more from Sydney and the Labatt's Canada Cup 87.
And let's have a look at the scoring summary from the first period, brought to you by Dodge Trucks. The only goal scored by Thomas Jonsson on a power play at 10:38, and 10-6 the shots on goal. Sweden 1, Finland nothing as we get ready to start period 2.
Well, Peter, I don't know whether Corpy and Sandlin gave their hockey clubs maybe some chocolate bars in between periods. Let's hope so, because neither team showed a great deal of enthusiasm or life in period number 1. We'll see whether the Swedes especially come out with some desire to win this game in period number 2.
Even a wake-up call would have been in order.
Well, maybe it's the afternoon game and they
be.
can't get their clocks adjusted. But nevertheless, a pretty lifeless first period.
All right, let's see what the Finns are able to muster here in the way of an attack, as they will start Skriko, Hagman, and Jari Kurri on the forward line. Verta and Gronstand on the blue line for the Finnish team. It'll be Gustafsson along with Naslund and Rupe for Sweden. Albalin and Eldebrink on defense, and Anders Eldebrink throws it up into the center ice area. Rupe chops it towards the corner. Verta fights him off. It comes instead to Gustafsson. Naslund can't get free, and it's shoveled around on the boards and comes out as far as the line. Skriko shoots it into the Swedish zone. Bad bounce off Lindmark, came right in front, nobody in position to take advantage. Naslund takes a hit, and now it'll be Albalin for Team Sweden. He just leaves it there. Gustafsson works it in across the line. Naslund couldn't take the pass. And now we'll get a delayed offside call, and we'll see. No, they'll bring it out safely. Skriko for Finland. Shoots it into the zone. The Finns make a change, so the Swedes aren't touched in going back to get that puck and starting back. Jonsson got it as far as the line, and Gustafsson was offside.
Well, Jonsson was trying to carry that puck in. Gustafsson saw exactly what he was attempting to do. However, Gustafsson was right on the same railway tracks as Jonsson was attempting to come down. Jonsson, we mentioned earlier, has good vision out there. He can see the ice, but he's a guy back in the blue line right now, along with Eldebrink, who've really got to get things going for the Swedes.
Nielsen, Rundqvist, and Sundstrom out there now for Sweden. Sundstrom's got the puck in the corner. Nielsen works behind the net, tried to center it. Taco tipped it back in behind the Finnish goal. And now Tikkanen just lets it out into the center ice area. And Lars Karlsson leaves it for Nielsen. Hagman up to do some forechecking. And the Finns break out, or the Swedes break out to center. Nielsen is checked along the boards, and the officials called it so that the Soviet linesman Mikhail Galinovsky wasn't deposited right in the Swedish bench.
Well, as you look at the Swedish bench, I'd mentioned Anders Eldebrink, who was sitting to the right of your screen. Eldebrink has probably been one of the better defensemen for Team Sweden. He's 26 years of age. He has the abilities to be good both end zones with the puck. He can carry it, and he can play pretty well defensively.
Raimo Helminen. Up to Numanen. He shoots it into the zone. Samuelsson cleared it around on the boards. Carlson dumped it out to center. Here's Håkan Sodergren. Sodergren works behind the net. Nobody in position to take a pass. Sodergren has to do it all himself. Now Carlson shows up and deflected it wide. And the puck is steered around into the corner. Suominen checked by Michael Telvin. Numanen now will try his luck out to Suominen. Ojanen. Makala across the line. Michael Anderson breaks that up. Anderson works towards the corner. Blomqvist took it away from him. Eklund draped in along the boards. The puck is cleared out to center. Seppo. Seppo works in towards the front of the net. And it's kept in at the line by Virta. Now Michael Anderson. That pass broken up in the center ice area by Siren. Eklund throws it over here on the side to Anderson. He steers it around behind the net. Eklund tried to dig it free. It comes back out in front. And Killinen got it out into the center ice area. Just over 3 minutes gone in the second period. Still 1-0 the score. Thomas Jansson's first period power play goal. The only scoring to this point in the hockey game. Ojanen takes a hit at the line. Gustafsson cleared it over for Eldebrink. Eldebrink spilled as he crossed the line. The Finns control again. Kilonen up towards the line, chopped into the zone, delayed offside, but Rupe controls for Sweden. Long pass up for Naslund, takes it at the line. Took an elbow as he tried to duck underneath a check there and threw it back out to center. Jansson. That's broken up. Here's Siren in across the line. And the Swedes break that up and get it out to center. Utila is called on the offside. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, there are still some tickets available for the 6
I'm still not hearing. I'm not hearing the truck, and I'm not hearing commercial cues. Yes, I could just hear someone finally. Hello. Yes.
Just a reminder that the first game was reminded.
Just for a second. Coming back on a replay or what?
Welcome back to Center 200 in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Peter Watts with Gary Green, Howie Meeker, and Jim Van Horn. 1-0 Sweden over Finland.
Peter,
in the second period.
Watch the Finns when they do get an offensive opportunity. As Howie had mentioned before the game, they tend to be more like a North American team. They'll get over that red and dump it in. However, they haven't shown much aggressiveness at going after it in the corners.
And they haven't shown a lot of skill in setting anything up, even if they do go into the zone, which they have done on precious few occasions so far. The Finns give up the line again. The Swedes break out into the center ice area and clear it in behind Taco. Rupe can't keep it in along the line. Naslund up there as well. Backhand shot goes wide. Gustafsson lets it go to the line. And it's chopped out to center where Thomas Jansson has it. Carlson. Now Skriko will try his luck. He gets in across the zone. Has the puck taken away from him. Naslund just get rid of it down the ice. And we have another icing call. Almost 5 minutes gone in the second period here at Center 200. Good crowd on hand today for this game. This was the game originally planned for here. The U.S.-Czech contest was moved to Sydney after sluggish ticket sales in Ottawa, where it was originally intended to be played. And this game is a virtual sellout, but so far the fans have not had a whole lot to cheer about.
Watch Esa Tikkanen out there, the Edmonton Oilers player, number 10. He hasn't been too visible out there in the game, other than putting a bear hug on one of the Swedish players at one point in time. Tikkanen's a guy that at least is feisty. Now, he should be the guy out there right now that gets something going. Even if he runs the guy, do something to get this Finnish team going.
I can imagine what Glenn Sather would be saying to him after he performed the first period and the first shift in this second period the way he has. He wouldn't be back on that ice any too long, I'll tell you.
Tikkanen kicks it back out to the line. Numanen's shot is away wide. Järvi moves after it. Blomqvist keeps it in the zone. Hagman behind the net. Now it's Järvi. Digging the puck out, gets it back. Oh, tried to get it back to the line and just gave it away, and it comes out into the center ice area where Teppo Numanen has it. Samuelsson now to Michael Telvin. Telvin, long pass up into the center ice area. Rundqvist got in across the line, didn't have any help with him, and 4 Finns managed to converge on him, and the puck is cleared out into the Swedish zone. Telvin will try it again. Nielsen threw it into the corner. Michael Telvin moves up, tries to center it. Sundström was pushed away from the puck, and the Finns come back. Tikkanen just shot it as far as the line. Delayed offside coming up, but the Swedes are able to get it out of the zone. Nielsen dropped it towards the line. The Finns are able to break that up. Makala checked by Sundström. And now here is Albalin moving up and clearing it into the zone. Sodergren goes after it. And now that pass is intercepted along the boards by Blomqvist. Or Bergqvist rather. Taco kicks the shot out into the corner. Nielsen threw it back towards the line. Sodergren. There's a shot by one of the Swedish players that Taco was able to kick out. Now here's another chance. Taco held his ground on the short side, and the puck goes into the corner.
Bergqvist was able to bang away at that puck right in front of Taco, and not one Finnish defenseman even interrupted him. They just stood and watched him.
On the basis of their play so far, neither one of these teams really deserve to be in the medal round, but the Swedes could get there with a victory. Now Suominen will try his luck. Suominen out to Siren. Good pass up the ice. Makala breaks down the boards. Makala centered it, and Eklund poked it to the line, but not out. There's another chance that just slid wide by the open corner. Lindmark was after it. Gronstad's pass comes back out to the line. Now here's another chance. What a great save there by Lindmark. Suominen with the excellent scoring opportunity. The Finns starting to buzz around a little bit. Siren throws it across in front of the net. Gronstad with the big shot. Lindmark got a piece of that and steered it towards the corner. And now Carlson shovels it out to the line. It's in behind the net. Jansson backhands it out into the center ice area. Lars Pettersson shovels it in across the line. And Gronstad checked him. Now it's Ben Gustafsson. Nice poke check there as Gustafsson went sliding in to the back of the net. Gustafsson gets up, tries to poke it in front. Siren has it one more time, and he just gets rid of it down the ice. Best sustained action in the hockey game to this point, but no goals. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Coming back with Howie?
I don't know. I'll take it. 11:41 to go here in the second period from Center 200 in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Well, Suominen had an excellent opportunity to tie this hockey game up. Watch it from Peter Lindmark's angle. You could see that all of a sudden he was left all alone in front of the net with number 25 for the Finns, Suominen, and the Finns had an excellent scoring opportunity. You know, the Finns have given the Swedish team plenty of opportunity in this game to be way ahead. One goal is not a good enough lead for the Swedish team.
Samuelsson retreats into his own zone to get the loose puck. 1-0 for Sweden. Thomas Jansson's first period goal on a power play. The only scoring so far. Naslund up to Gustafsson. Lost it at the line. Back out into the center ice area. Naslund shoots it right back in again. Taco leaves it in the corner for Newman. Gustafsson moved up to make the check. Kept in at the line by Samuelsson. Now Gustafsson goes to the boards. Rupe up there to help out as well. Rupe digs it free. Rupe, big Swedish left winger, going to the Philadelphia Flyer camp in another week or so when Canada Cup is over. Rupe tries to make the pass. Naslund was loose there, but a Finnish stick got in the way. Rupe tries his luck again, this time in the corner. Two players have him draped in along the boards. And finally the Finns dig it free. Ruutu dumps it down the ice. Eldebrink starts back for Sweden. Nielsen dumps it into the zone. Sundstrom took a bit of a dive, and the official did not call it. Tikkanen gets his stick up in the corner working against Sundstrom, and the official got involved in that one as well. And now Makalas gets it out into the center ice area. Tommy Albalin, long pass up to Kent Nielsen. Dropped it for Rundqvist, shot to the line, kept in by Albalin. And now it comes back out to Eldebrink in the center ice area. 9:45 to play in the second period. Rundqvist. And now the Swedes give it away. The Finns able to keep it in. Here's a chance for Macklin in front. Right on! What a save there by Peter Lindmark. Sundstrom after it in the corner. And it comes back out to the line. Now here's the chance for Siren. Long shot deflected by the defenseman Eldebrink. Cleared around on the boards. Comes back out to Siren. Back into the corner. Hagman chopped it in front. And the Swedes are able to cover up and clear it out into the center ice area. And now we've got some stick work behind the play and some words, and we'll sort it out when we come back. 9:10 to go in the second period. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. 10 for Finland, 9 for Sweden. 10 for Finland, 9 for Sweden. 10:50 is the time. I think for roughing, but I didn't see that.
Well, Finland has had the best scoring opportunities in this period. This time it was number 15, Iro Järvi, that gets a good opportunity. Lindmark has come up with some big saves. However, in front of Lindmark, the Swedish defense have not been very aggressive, and that is what has caused some good finish opportunities. Giveaways in their own end zone. Going to be costly to Sweden.
Sodergren broke up that play and tipped it out into the center ice area. Gronstad now to Siren. He clears it back into the zone. Zoomin moves up quickly. Peter Lindmark comes out and shoots the puck out to center. Sodergren, good defensive forward. I like number 22. He's a pretty good hockey player. Gronstad clears it around on the boards. I'm waiting for Howie to disagree with me, but he so far hasn't said anything. We'll see what happens, but they've used Sodergren a lot here in a checking role to kill penalties, and he's been pretty effective. Gronstad around to Helmanen. Utila now on the blue line. Those penalties were for roughing at 9:50. Utila.
The difference is, Peter, you know a little bit something about a forward. My buddy Jim knows absolutely nothing about goaltending.
The Labatt player of the game for Finland will receive a set of 10 Olympic coins, compliments of Canadian Tire, an official supplier to the Calgary 1988 Olympic Winter Games, and a few dreams along the way. Canadian Tire. .807 to go in the second period. Sweden 1, Finland no score, but the Finns have had some good chances, and Peter Lindmark has had to be sharp on 3 or 4 occasions here in this second period, with Euro Järvi having a couple of good chances and Ramos Suominen another. Simonen's a player who Barry Fraser, the Edmonton Oilers chief scout, thought enough of to bring over for a look-see a couple of years ago. He was traded to Vancouver last fall, and I think he has been a disappointment in the NHL. I don't think he's really been the kind of player that everybody thought that he would be when he first came here. Samuelson now, as we get back to the live action, gets it as far as Telvin. And now Skriko works his way through the center ice area. Corey gets a chance. Corey robbed again by Peter Lindmark. Brilliant save by Lindmark, who sprawled and took the shot away from the Oilers sniper. Telvin in across the line. Here's a chance in the slot. Eldebrink right in. Oh, what a save Taco made on the short side on Tommy Eklund. Now the Swedes buzzing around. Anderson centering pass knocked back into the corner by Taco. Eklund moves in, and I think the 4 players along the boards will freeze it. Eklund, though, has other ideas, and finally we get a whistle. 7:05 to play in period 2. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. Okay.
Well, Jari Kurri has an excellent opportunity as he walked right by the Swedish defense. He tries to get a shot away. He was a little hampered at doing so, but you could see Lindmark coming way out to make the save. Jari Kurri with a good scoring opportunity for the Finns, and then the Swedes came right back down the ice, and Eklund had an opportunity to put it home for Team Sweden and give them a 2-goal lead. However, both goaltenders have come up with big saves.
And they have spruced up an otherwise slow and sluggish hockey game to this point. Both goalkeepers playing very, very well. Albalin now for Sweden in across the line. Here's a pass for Naslund, centering pass in front, and that was tipped by Gustafsson just wide of the corner, with Taco spread out and a little bit out of position. Now Eldebrink at the other end makes a good defensive play as the Finns had a quick 2-on-1 break. Naslund to Eldebrink. Up along the boards, Rupe takes a hit. Seppo struggles to get it in across the line. And finally they get a whistle.
Well, number 3, Tommy Albalin for Sweden won't be able to make those same mistakes when he goes to Quebec this year. He got caught up ice, caused a 2